Okay. Hello, Dr. Hibbs. I'm experimenting with new formats to turn in my assignments. So I know I did a PowerPoint, I did essays last semester, and I'm going to try video this semester. I've printed off all my information that I need for my technology devices review thing. And so I picked 3 different types of technology to use, not just specific to ESOL students, but it's beneficial to all students in the classroom. And so I'm going to briefly go over those, and I'm going to say their name: audience, purpose, organization, design, scope, sequence, essential features, usefulness, usability, positives, improvements, use with EL learners, and at the end I'm going to connect it back to the ESOL standard, number 3. So the first tool or app that I chose is Canva. So the main audience for Canva is teachers, students, and really any kind of professional. A lot of professionals use Canva. You may use it yourself. It's just like a PowerPoint. It's kind of like Microsoft Word, except Canva has a lot more creative templates and a lot more resources you can use. And I feel like it, just personally, that it makes it more accessible for educators to attach links or to attach visual aids or cartoons that are appealing to the student eye. The purpose is graphic design for presentations, posters, infographics, and teaching materials. I use Canva in every one of my lessons. All of my lessons I have a PowerPoint with Canva, and my students love it. I get a good response out of it. The organization and design, it is web-based, template-driven, and it's drag and drop. So by drag and drop, I mean you can find any picture from anywhere. You can upload pictures to Canva, you can open a separate tab, and if you're wanting to use a specific image for your lesson or something specific for your student, say it were an EL student, an English language learner, then you could easily drag it and then drop it onto your presentation and you would have it there. Now, or you could just, for a general ed classroom, any materials or links to videos, it lets you copy and paste links to videos. There's a lot of templates on Canva. Canva has so many templates that you can use. It's very beneficial as educators because it also has templates that there are some that are good for general ed and there are some that are more friendly for like resource classrooms. I think you can adjust color palettes. I just think it's a very good way for teachers to be able to alter their materials to make it appealing or soothing to students. There's color therapy is a thing where certain color palettes and colors that you use can cause students to be calm and help them feel calm, or can help them see better. There's like a dyslexia font for students that may struggle with dyslexia, and you can easily drag and drop dyslexia font into your Canva presentations. So it's very beneficial. The essential features, templates, collaboration, media library, and export options. So essential features of Canva is their templates. Like I said before, their templates are extremely useful, and they have an overabundance of templates. There are so many templates you can use. You can easily collaborate with other people on Canva. You can share it through Gmail, your Gmail account. You can share your presentations with other people. I do it all the time. We do it for group projects a lot. So you can share what you're working on, and other people can collaborate and work with you and bounce off their ideas and comment on what you're doing. And it's really good for group projects. We use it a lot in school. And I've seen my students use it in my placement, and they have really enjoyed being able to form a group project together on Canva and being able to work on their own separate Chromebooks, but they're still doing the same thing. And then their media library. Canva has so many different resources that you can use, and they have so many different templates and designs and elements that you can add. There's a tab section on the side, and it's got like an elements, it has designs, it has font, it has text features, it has all of these different tools that you can use to make your presentation better for your students and for your classroom as a whole. And exporting options, you can download your presentation, you can copy the link to share it, you can just share it via inviting collaborators to join your project through an email. You send it through email, and it's Canva, I've never had any issues exporting it to a professor or exporting to a mentor teacher or a site supervisor for a lesson. It's very easy to get from point A to point B, and almost 90% of the time it's worked. It's worked every time for me. I've seen instances in class where it's been kind of iffy and not worked if you don't download it as a PDF. But exporting options, it's very simple, it's easy to use, and the buttons aren't hard to find. You know, it's all in bright colors, and it's in specifically blue and purple. And Canva makes it pretty easy to navigate. They don't make it difficult to navigate their website. So that was a general synopsis of Canva. For my evaluation of the actual app or tool to use, I think that it is very useful for creating visual support for English language learners. I think Canva is a very useful tool because there have been times like when I was placed at Rowan School, and I had so many different English language learners, more than I've ever had in my classroom before. And Canva allowed me to use so many different visual aids to help those students. So I think Canva is extremely beneficial when it comes to providing students with visuals that are colorful and bright and that they can relate to, and that's easy for them to understand what's going on. I think that as far as its usability, it's intuitive and it's very user-friendly. It's got a user-friendly interface. So, like I said, Canva is very easy to navigate. I feel like they make it very simple to navigate their website, to make something, and to send it out and to export it. And they do a very good job. The platform is easy to use. So easy, in fact, that I would trust some of my 4th grade and 5th grade students to learn how to do it on their own for class projects. I really feel like my students now could figure out how to use it with a little bit of help. Some positives: most of the templates are free. They're not all free, but if you are an educator, you get a discount. So most of the templates are free. And even the free ones are they're really good templates. I love that one huge positive factor about Canva is the collaboration, the ability to collaborate on things with other people in Canva. You don't have to go through all these huge, tremendous steps to send your Canva presentation to somebody to help you. You can easily send a link or send an email, and then they can join it immediately, and you can all work together on it. So, another one is engaging visuals. That is a huge positive for me. The visuals on Canva, the designs and the stickers and the images that the Canva app themselves, that they provide, the creators provide, are better than cartoons or visuals that I would try to look up on Google and then try to bring it back in. I don't have to do that with Canva. You don't have to. They already supply everything. They've got something for just about everything. They have been useful. I've been able to make visual aid cards through Canva to give to my students to help them while learning their words. And it has just been such a tremendous help when teaching my students, especially when I was in kindergarten, teaching them basic language. And basic words and sight words. Canva is a huge help, and it's affordable, it's free. You can pay for Canva Pro, but I think educators actually get a discount through the school system. It just depends on the school system. But even if you don't pay for Pro, it still is a huge resource that has helped me tremendously.